So Joe Alt going to Tennessee and Dallas Turner going to Atlanta. I think that is a consensus for a lot of mock drafts for sure. Not, though, what you have happening at number 9. So I think a lot of Bears fans are sitting there thinking that Ryan Poles is going to take a nice new toy to go along with DJ Moore and Keenan Allen for Caleb Williams, with whatever wide receiver is left from the Odunze, Nabers, Harrison Jr. Troika. But you say the Colts would pop up and take that receiver, and Ryan Poles would trade out. Why do you think that's going to happen, Peter?
Maybe I'm being too cute. Maybe it's just take Nabers, get the card in. What are we even talking about here? But with such a good offensive line, offensive tackle draft, and there's 5 guys that can go in any order, I feel like Chicago can still get one of those dudes. And, DJ, Move the Sticks, can go through all those players. But whether it's Watanu or it's Fuanga or it's J.C. Latham, there are so many of these guys that are all considered top dudes at the offensive tackle position that could play right away and could play multiple spots, that if I'm Chicago, and I know you took Wright last year in the first round, yes, Nabers is a lovely you've got DJ Moore, you've got Keenan Allen for this year, you've got some other young guys that you've acquired. Why not just give Caleb Williams one of those bookends and pick up maybe a future first-round pick or a second-round pick and add more and more talent? So to me, I'm getting a little cute here, but I don't think it's going to be as cut and dry as quarterback, wide receiver. We're set. I think that the Bears might look to beef up that offensive line just a little bit and give protection for Caleb Williams.
And then Malik Nabers showing up in Indianapolis for, they signed Pittman, took the franchise tag off of him. We all know they got Alec Pierce sitting there, and they add Nabers for Anthony Richardson coming off the shoulder surgery with Jonathan Taylor back there. I mean, that's a nice move.
Here's how I look at it, too. I look at what Tennessee did this offseason. They went on a spending spree and a free agent frenzy. Jacksonville brought in Eric Armstead and Gabe Davis, and they've been very active, of course. And then the Houston Texans might have the best offseason of all. The Colts, 10 players were re-signed from a team that missed the playoffs last year. They kind of kept on moving the ball along, but no big splash. This would be a move, and this would be one that would really activate the fan base and say, you know what? No, we're in this AFC South thing as well, which suddenly has become one of the most interesting divisions in the league after about a decade of being one of the least interesting in the league.
And then rounding out the top 10, I saw you tweeted out on Monday that Brock Bowers is visiting the Jets. I don't know if you saw my response to your tweet, Peter. Yeah, saying essentially, is there any way the Jets could just keep him there? Is that legal? Because that's it. I mean, rip the knob off. And thankfully, I think you agree with the mock draft. Right?
I think it's one of those deals where if they wanted to trade back, they can get something, or if they wanted to go offensive tackle, they can do that. But gosh, how many years do you expect to have Aaron Rodgers at quarterback?
Bingo.
How many years do you expect to have a chance to win the AFC East? There's a little small window here. And Bowers, Rich, I mean, he doesn't have the build of a Gronk, and he doesn't have necessarily the abilities of a Tony Gonzalez athletically, but I've talked to so many GMs who have just been saying, you watch him after the catch. The guy is an absolute beast. He does everything right. He blocks, he catches. Don't overthink this, Jets. Don't overthink it. If he's there at 10, he worked out. He was there yesterday with them. Rodgers was in the building. I'm sure they had some sort of interaction while he was there. Brock Bowers to the Jets might sound boring at this point. A lot of Jets fans have seen that in mock drafts. I think it makes a lot of sense.
Well, I mean, he's in terms of the ability to run away from people and yards after catch, he's got a Breece Hall-like ability at the tight end position. Yeah. I mean, that where he could score from anywhere. And, oh, my God, I would be very happy from the NFL Draft Set on NFL Network and 2 Thursdays from now. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.